Hi everybody. So this video here is going to go over how you would go about adding a new merchandiser into the system, and also how you might assign that merchandiser into the system from the website. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go to operations and go to merchandisers. Okay, you can see right here I'm inside the screen right here, and I can click on viewing my merchandiser list. And you can see in here already that I have a lot of different merchandisers inside my system, but I'm going to go ahead and add a brand new merchandiser. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go about in adding the asset number. Now, one thing that I recommend to people is do not use the serial number, the manufacturer serial number, as an asset number. It's a lot of letters and numbers and can make it too complicated and too easy to make mistakes. My recommendation is use a 3 to 4 digit or even 5-digit asset number, depending on, of course, on the size of your company and how many merchandisers you might own. Okay, so in this case right here, I'm just going to say it's merchandiser number 6000. Okay, now down here you go ahead and pick the model and brand of merchandiser. Now, if it is not inside this list, I discussed in an overview video about adding a new brand and model. So before I even go any further from here, I'm going to break away from this part right here and show you about adding a new brand and model. So I'm going to log into Cool Running again, and I'm going to go to Admin and Data Warehouse, and I'm going to go into the merchandiser models. Now this right here is my merchandiser list that's coming in right here. I can add a new record right here, so I can call it a China Box 1000. Now this piece right here, China Box 1000. I'll just put 1000 right there. Okay, because some of the boxes that come over from China, I don't really know the manufacturers of them, so I'm just going to put China Box. And 0% critical percentage 0. This is something that I'm working on in Cool Running that I might be using in the future. And then you just save the record. Now that's in my drop-down list. So, but in this situation right here, I'm just going to say it's a Lear 40. You can put in a purchase cost. I'll put $2,800. The in-service date, I'll just put today. See, today's the 26th. Brand serial number, you can go and put in serial number. You can even put in a compressor serial number, door type. Now I get into specifics here because a lot of times merchandisers might change what they are. They might be a cold wall turned into an auto defrost. They might be a cold wall turned into a retube box, or they might have a solid door turned into a glass door. This is where I can go and put in specifics of what it is. So I'm going to say this is a glass door. I'm going to say it's an upright model. Storage type, I'm going to say it's a single. Refrigerant type, I can go ahead and put in the refrigerant type of what it is. Chilling type, I'll say this is an auto defrost. And primary use, I'm going to say it's a route box. I can go ahead and say if it's customer owned or not. Okay, because sometimes I will put merchandisers in the system that are not mine. That way that we can actually do some merchandiser maintenance. We can actually keep record of percentage fulls and things like that on the delivery app, which is something totally separate. Okay, you can go ahead and make comments about that particular box, require service, or whatever. Now down here, the volume sensor ID. You can actually insert either AirData or IceQ or other sensors that might be in the market in here on this particular box. Okay. Now once that's done, I'm just going to go ahead and create merchandiser. All right, so that merchandiser is now being created inside the system. It's just been added. Now, how about going about assigning it to a delivery location? I can go ahead and click on location history, and here it is right here. It's currently in-house, but I'm going to assign it to a location. So I'm going to go down my drop-down list. These are my customers. Now I'm going to choose a Mark store, if I can find them. Okay, Mark's Discount Stores, one of my big customers. Now this is a customer. These are the stores. So I'm going to check Mark's number 2. I'm going to say that I put it indoors, and the delivery date I can put it in. I can put in an expected return date, so that way there it shows up in my system that it has to be picked up by a certain date. I'm not going to do it in this case though. And of course I can go and make any comments I want. That box is now at that delivery location. Now if I want to bring it back, all I gotta do is click on assign. I can go right back into it. I can say assigned in-house. Now it's back. Now it's been returned back here to the office. Now I'm going to go over these other little pieces right here that are inside the system, but I want to go to a different location for that. So let me go back to my list here, and I'm going to pick. I like to pick something that moves around a little bit. So this one right here, this one's currently at Nemo's Market. I'm going to click on it. Okay, so first off, I look at location history. This will tell me every place this box has ever been, from the time it's been dropped off and picked up at different locations. And see, this has only been picked up in one of this one's kind of boring. But you can go and put in real specifics as far as all the places the box has ever been. Service history, these are all the percentage fulls that was entered by the driver, and any comments that they might have done. Did they do a condensing clean out? Did they do comments or whatever? You can see right here, let's see if we got some. Yeah, there's a comment right here. This was made by the driver. And this right here was merchandiser cleaned. It was marked off that it was cleaned. Maintenance history. This right here has maintenance records of when this box has been worked on. So I can click on this latest maintenance records in February 10th, which is the year that 2020 is when I sold my company. So this right here was entered by the driver, and he can mark off, did he clean it out, condenser cleaned, whatever. And we have reporting that goes along with all these things. And then in attachments, we can actually upload documents, pictures, or whatever, and upload them into the software for that particular box. So I'm going to go back here to properties. Now finally, we have something called geolocation. Now, if any of my clients out there want to learn more about geolocating the box, I'm more than happy to teach you. This has to do a lot with the actual handheld itself, and I'll probably even add another video in here for that, just to show how it works. But basically, when you have a box at a location, let's say you have a very large location, a construction site, or a camp or a park, and boxes are all over the place in the park. Obviously, we can geocode the actual physical location of the company, of the store you're delivering to, but we can also physically geocode the location of the merchandiser at the location. Okay, so that way, when the driver shows up, he can select one of the boxes and he can use a GPS to actually find the location of that box. Okay, so that's pretty much it right there. I'm going to go back to location history and kind of show you also this. Now you can see right here, the customer has a delivery tab. You can see if I click right here, this brings me right into the merchandiser. If I click right here, it takes into more information. I can put in pickup dates, service information, whatever. And also I can see this particular delivery customer, any previous boxes that have been at that location. Okay, so it's a pretty robust system as far as merchandisers go, and also we have volume sensors too, which I'll make a separate video to discuss volume sensors. Okay, so that is adding a new merchandiser into the system. If any questions, contact Cool Running.